Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Happy Halloween. I didn't realize my mic wasn't muted when I started this stream. You heard my hello at the start there because I was testing my mic, checking the levels. But yep, looks good. Looks good. Yeah. Happy Halloween. I realized that I didn't play much horror games. Huh. The only horror game I really played was Amnesia. Not saying this game isn't a horror game. It does have its own horror aspects, but it's not a scary game, so it doesn't count. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of horror games. That's probably why I didn't play much horror, but yep. Now we play Danganronpa. We just got our Valorant rank last Saturday, by the way. Managed to get gold 3 even with a 1-4 ranking. Games won, I mean. We only won 1 out of 5. But yep. Now it's time for Danganronpa. Let's start. We stopped right as the trial was about to begin. Right. The audio levels. I think it's a bit too weak. Yep. I raised it a bit. I'll check it again later. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We're so few already. 2 more people died. Yep. It was Hifumi and Taka. They died. Man. And it was Robo Justice who killed them. With a Justice Hammer. We found Hero wearing the suit, but we have enough reason to doubt, like, that it was Hero who did it. Even if it was clearly the person in the suit who committed the crimes, we're not sure that Hero was the person in the suit. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
2 Monokumas? I don't like you. Hello, 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 hello. He's multiplied?
Wrong!
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey! Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on! I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Scream of pain.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the 2 that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka? The one who killed 2 of our friends? The killer is... someone right here. Yup. I have reason to suspect Celeste. Yeah, let's get our initial thoughts out of the way. I have a feeling it could be Celeste. Wait a minute, never mind. No, it is possible. Because I was thinking, wait, I'm dumb for accusing Celeste when she took a picture of Robo Justice. But she could have taken a photo of herself. Dragging Hifumi along. That's possible, yes. Now that I think about it, it really was Celeste who was making everyone run around. It was because of Celeste that we chased Robo Justice. And it's also because of Celeste that they left Hifumi in the room alone. Like, she brought Hina to the bathroom. Then we also found out that Taka died at 6 AM. Which was way earlier. Huh. Interesting, interesting. I'm upping the sound by a bit more. There.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. Patience is a virtue, Hina. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The trial will be over in no time. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Big Mac? Right, she calls us Big Mac. Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. It wasn't me. You gotta believe me.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Okay, guess we just have to go. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the pain train, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. The class trial. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Just this once, I agree with Byakuya. Screw you, Monokuma. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
That would have been funny if they actually like added a commercial break right there. They just cut scene, then they play an ad like the Monokuma Theater, something like that. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Save again? Yeah, sure. Just so we won't have to. Nah, we don't need to check, but the save is necessary so we don't need to go too far in case we actually mess up the trial. Steadies your aim a little. Effective during the non-stop debate in Hangman's Gambit. Sure. I think... yeah, we don't... handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective during the bullet time battle. I feel like I'd rather take... steady aim. So bullet time battle is the last one. The rhythm game. Yeah, maybe we don't really need steady aim. Oh, but this costs 4 SP, so it's not even a question. Our SP's just too few. Okay, then this should be good. All rise!
Let's begin with
Wow,
a
so
basic
many people
explanation
dead.
of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Dead people. That fits Halloween, right?
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
That's way too straightforward.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
You're one to speak.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I know, right?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
In Hiro's defense, if he was really knocked out, then that means someone could have taken his key and put those quote-unquote evidence in his room. Could have been planted there.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer? Or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear. And it begins. Robo Justice costume, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice blueprint.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Wait, so it's only in the first half? Compelling evidence that Hiro is the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff!
It's not true. It's
Hiro, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Can we check the... This is not that. F1 tooth bullets. Yasuhiro's message. This is the note. We can use this on the blueprints. To show the difference in
Everything
handwriting.
we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, okay. For a second I thought I messed up because I kind of
Are we
forgot
sure Hiro really
it's been a
made
while
those
since we had
blueprints?
our other class trial, but yep, it really was the handwriting. Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
I forgot, it's a voice acted. This is so nice for me. Thank you for saving my throat.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Yup,
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
but that would
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Okay.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
That I don't think the accused can make that like defense. Don't you think? Wait, I'm checking my mic settings again. Just making sure it's all good. Yep, looks good.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Okay.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me. Well, I was gonna say, I kinda still have no idea. Who is it?
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question. The one that must have been in the suit. The Illuminati. Oh wait, there's a timer on this. The one that must have been in the suit. It can't be Hina. She clearly tried it on. Then it has to be Hiro.
I got it!
It really is
Other
still
than
Hiro.
I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Yeah, he's the only one who can fit in the suit.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Yeah.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
Yup, we did.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Yes. He already slipped. Like,
So what you're saying is...
he already made a mistake that he was the one. He's really the one who made the suit. And it's pretty clear from the fact that it fits him well. So I don't think there's a question for that. That suit is his, but it may be possible that there's another suit.
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Really? That's where we're going? Not that there's another suit?
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
I agree.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
To be fair, the Robo-Justice suit was only actually seen in a picture. After the picture, it was never seen again.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
No, I don't think anyone ever said they saw the suit. Like they actually saw Robo-Justice. Except for Celeste. It's only Celeste that claims she saw it.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
I agree. What
We
is
must
it?
clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
We start with that. That's well, yeah, I guess we make all the details clear first, as we can get the easier ones out of
It
the
would
way.
seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Uh-huh.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been blue tarp and the repository dolly. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka. Yup.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been repository dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yes.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Shawarma Taka.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room.
Maybe Takebab would be more fitting.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Bloodstains on the
Same
wheel.
thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Okay, this one's kind of the confusing part. Where, if it was Celeste, we're not quite sure how she got to move Taka's body.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
And this does not explain Hifumi quite yet.
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Why would you talk like this? You can just...
There
What?
is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Celeste is being very aggressive now. But yeah, like... we just could have another person say, yeah, I saw it there. And it would be done.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Rude. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the truth bullet, to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Even now we're getting a tutorial. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Okay, so this is for the rhythm game. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and left mouse buttons. Simple enough. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. What's the point of showing that to someone playing on gentle? I guess it shows them that, hey, this is what's gonna happen if you pick a harder difficulty, but why couldn't it have just been not there if your difficulty is at gentle? To not waste time. But let's see what difficulty we're in. And I need to see the controls. Fever time. Space key.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Do your worst. Lies won't get you anywhere.
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
You are a fool.
Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Okay, I'm...
You have it wrong. I cannot
Oh
agree.
wow.
You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your
I'm doing
worst.
very bad.
You miserable wretch.
That was so
I cannot
bad.
agree.
This should prove it.
That was so bad. I actually couldn't follow the timing.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved,
I probably should have
I
used
have it right here.
fever time. I still haven't tried if that like cancels out that thing where I don't see the markers. Yeah, I definitely should have. Oh well. I took a lot of damage. I can't get anything wrong now.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Uh-huh. Jeez. Does Celeste really hate me that much? It should definitely be sus why she's this aggressive right now.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yup.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
Sakura spitting facts. Even if Hina's her friend, Hina is still an airhead.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
The suit can't bend down. What does he mean by that? You can't bend down if you're wearing the suit. Robo Justice costume. Yup. It has to be that one. Let's just be sure about it. Robo Justice costume. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Yup.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yes.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. No. Ooh, I'm gonna mess up.
As we know, Taka was
Oh,
killed
no.
in the
And from there,
Yeah, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Oh, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
Please give me a heart. Help me survive.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
No. Ina, you said it yourself, because you tested it.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
Yup, you said this yourself. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it was me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. Then Yasuhiro made the
When you're in that suit,
comment there.
not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
That's a weak argument. The stronger argument would be that you can't really get the guy on the dolly.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
It would take you really
it's
long.
very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yeah, this one. It's impossible to load him.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Right, there's that. But why is there absolutely no chance? Because you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I
It
don't
has a
think
weird
taking off the
lock
suit was an
system.
option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Right. About Kyoko. She could have been looking for alter ego when everyone was busy with the investigation. Yeah, she could have been on the hunt for alter ego. Just a theory. Because we were wondering, like, what the hell was she doing? But yeah, that could be an explanation for why she was gone.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
You saw it yourself, Ina, and you were there to help him out of the suit. How much of an airhead can you be?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yup.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Is this gonna be another case of Now we think Celeste is sus, but it's actually still someone else. Because that's what happened in the last case. We thought it was Byakuya, but then it was actually Mondo. Let's see how this goes.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Now that I think about it, we have no proof that he was being dragged away. This isn't exactly proof.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
Really now?
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Preach, Kyoko. Preach.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
Yup.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yup. You don't want to die because you rushed things.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Yup. That's an important lesson in all aspects of life.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
The Taco Watch.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
At least Sakura understands. Someone
Plus,
understands.
maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Kyoko.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Yes.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Taka was dead at 6 a.m.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Now this is Celeste's alibi.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko. And then went
Byakuya.
on to find Hifumi in the library.
Why do they say the names like that? Byakuya.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
I saw a shadow. Yup. More proof that it was really only Celeste that quote-unquote saw the guy.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor.
And that's when Hifumi's body went missing.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste saw something again. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then,
Yeah. Huh? What was that? Oh, this one though. This is the one that doesn't make sense. Celeste was with us. So how did Hifumi die while Celeste was with us? What are the what explanation is possible? A poison? But would the poison make Hifumi scream that much? And the Monokuma file says death from a blunt blow. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
at that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Uh-huh.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
But you need 3 people
And
to see
that's
it.
when I told you guys about Hifumi.
Well, I guess they were 3, huh? Sakura, Toko, and Byakuya.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Somehow Hifumi's body is gone.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Oh. We didn't come back and see that Hifumi's body was gone. Toko came to us and told us that the body was gone. Oh. Interesting.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
This one I don't remember much. If Celeste was still with us when the body went missing.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
So once again, it was Celeste that discovered it.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
But there is one common thing.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. The time of death. This has to be the time of death. Based on his watch. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find him no matter what. Broken wristwatch, Monokuma file, Yasuhiro's message. Has to be the wristwatch.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Okay.
came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So we shoot the order. Something about that is bothering me.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer
Order-
4.
See?
Justice Hammer?
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Is it the Justice Hammer or...
Regarding Taka, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because
No, it
of the
has nothing
true
to
that
do with the
Hifumi- while
numbering.
Taka's
It has to do with the order.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
So it... I hope I'm correct.
Regarding I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
No.
What makes you say?
because of
Oh,
the
I
numbering.
missed. I missed.
While Taka's death,
I just whiffed.
So it's obvious Taka came.
Whiffing in Danganronpa. What the...
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
I hit the purple thing. No, come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. No, how is that wrong? Oh no.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what Taka came last
what makes you say that?
The
because of the
number.
numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
Justice Hammer 3.
Oh
While
man.
Taka's death,
See?
Oh
So
no.
it's obvious Taka came.
I'm running the
So,
clock
I
down.
wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last
what makes you say that?
Uh-huh.
because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
What? Oh no, I lost.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Failed. Oh no. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh, have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the Blacken. Woohoo! Don't do it. It would appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the Blacken. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yes, it is. But we need to give
I
it another
refuse to
shot.
give up yet.
I can't give up now. So it gives us a full set of parts. We have to check Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's
Right.
death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We don't need to use this. We can
already
use
know what order they were killed in. Taka came
one of
last
the...
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
We can use
It's
one of
true
these.
that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The order that the Justice Hammers were used in to commit the murders. Something about that is bothering me. Blow to the head. Similar weapon. So we really can't use any of these. It really
wonder
has
if
to
he
be
died
one of
before
these.
Or perhaps it was after.
One of the orange statements.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, wait,
Taka
what?
came last.
Oh, I pressed the wrong thing.
What makes you say that?
Was it
Because
supposed to
of the
be...
numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true
Oh.
that
I need to check the controls. Concentrate, space key. Flashback, left mouse. Okay, it's
While
holding
Taka's
left
death
mouse.
came from a swing of
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
This is hard.
I wonder if he. Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What order?
What makes you say that?
What order?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
Yeah, there's something
So,
wrong.
I
There's
wonder
really
if- or
something
perhaps
wrong
it
with
was-
that.
We already know Taka came last.
what makes
But
you
I
say
think
that?
I think this is
Because
correct.
of the numbering of the justice hammers.
no, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
I completely forgot about this mechanic. I didn't have to lose
There's
there.
no reason to
No.
assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Yes.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
So this is where I'm confused. We're gonna show this proof anyway. Why wasn't that a valid evidence? Truth bullet. Whatever. Why wasn't it valid in contradicting the statement if we're gonna be using this anyway? I feel like there was evidence. Hangman's Gambit. Wristwatch. W. We need the W. An I. An S. A T. A W. A T. A C and an H. It's like a spelling game, huh?
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Yup.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
His watch still worked. Hey you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
For some reason, I was just suddenly reminded of Ace Attorney. At least in Ace Attorney, we get actual, accurate autopsy reports, not this Monokuma trash.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Yup.
Now, if Taka
We fell
was
for it.
killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder.
But the murderer of Taka is the same as the murderer of Hifumi, because you're not allowed to have two blackened.
But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh? Oh, what was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Kyoko.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
It could just be that we didn't find it. It's actually a possibility. Hiro actually making a smart comment, huh?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
You found it. You again.
Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Yes.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She
Okay.
could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Now you're really just coming up with whatever, Hiro. At least make it make sense.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Now she's saying it differently. Kyoko. But I still think Celeste is the most sus right now.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Yes, we need to focus on evidence.
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Impossible.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Just highly unlikely.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the only way. And it would explain why Hifumi... like, what was it? Cleaned his glasses. But why he would go to the rec room? No, it's not the rec room. The repository? The equipment room? One of those. Why he would go to that room? I don't know why. We did Hifumi did talk to us still. Like, after Hina was crying, Hifumi. Hifumi actually still woke up, so it's really possible.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
This is what Hero's worried about.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
Hifumi wasn't actually dead yet.
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
This is also another thing I don't understand. Monokuma played the death announcement, but then Hifumi was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Glasses. Oh no, not this again. Celeste's account. Equipment room bloodstain. Celeste's
Are you
account.
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there...
What is Celeste's account? Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi Hina left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they weren't gone. He was still alive?
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I think so too. But the body discovery announcement was only made once, that much I'm sure of.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery. But the body discovery announcement was made only
Are
once.
you saying that when we first found there's a chance you...
No.
Yeah, I
Hifumi
think
was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
no. Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
He was actually still
impossible.
alive.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the
The
announcement
dead
was
body
made.
had been found.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh,
Are you saying that when we first
Found Hifumi, there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body.
Hifumi's dead body had been
had
found.
been
And
found.
that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal
Yeah,
someone
this one,
else's
someone
discovery.
else's discovery. Houston. Houston,
Are
Hifumi's
you
dead
saying
body
that when we
being
first
found.
found there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body.
Discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, nice. second try, but we went all the way down to 3 minutes.
Was the body
Well,
discovery
250, I
announcement
think.
that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
The puzzles are getting really hard, huh? You really have to think.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
I hate you, Monokuma. Just answer the question.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Oh. For the first
That
time.
didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
So that means it's really Celeste. It's actually Celeste.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
I was also confused about this. The body discovered announcement played when they found the bodies in the art room storage thingy. I wasn't sure why it played there. The second body discovery announcement, the first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the
Yup.
repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Repository. I keep forgetting the name of the room. A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
A lot.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
But the other people didn't actually see Hifumi's body yet.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So
Yeah.
when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
No, it's the glasses.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Yeah, it actually is the worst. It's the glasses. We saw that he cleaned his
honestly,
glasses so
I
he
do
could
not think
walk
there's
around.
anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
So this is gonna be another one of the mini
This
games.
whole thing is
The truth bullet
pointless.
mini game. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Celeste is just so sus. Why is no one commenting on it? Hifumi's glasses, yes.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Yes.
And the next time we saw his body, it
Was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after
Okay,
being moved,
it's gonna be this.
other than the change in how it was positioned,
No, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong! It has nothing to do with how it was positioned. I'm so
Well,
bad.
here's one thing we did. The first time we found Hifumi, his body disappeared.
Skip.
Next time it was
Skip
in.
all.
But when you
What do you
compare
have to
his body other than the
Yes,
change, there was no
Then
Oh,
was he really still alive?
of course not.
I
It is
missed it
impossible.
because I was.
This is ridiculous.
I missed it because I was going through the dialogue so fast.
Well, here's one. The first time
But we
found
found
him
it.
dead.
Yes,
His
no
body
noticeable
And the
difference.
next time it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved, other than the change in how it was,
Here,
there was
this
no
one.
notable difference.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know the silencer could hit
In
two at
fact,
the same
There
time.
was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
His glasses.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
I feel like the next thing we're gonna have to figure out is why he was playing dead. I wanna know why.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was glasses cleaning cloth. Of course, because that's what you use to clean glasses.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
And you can't mistake this as someone else's. This is definitely Hifumi's. He loved that mascot.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Yup.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
How does the airhead remember this?
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like
So she
this
makes
to school.
He makes the worst conclusions. She doesn't think much. But her memory is like god tier. She remembers the whole name. I guess if you see it on TV, then it would make sense. Even if you don't want to remember it, you will remember it just because you're exposed to it so much by seeing it a lot.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Byakuya, Toko, and...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
yeah.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Tissues? Wouldn't you scratch your glasses with tissue?
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Why'd he throw it in the trash can, though?
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
True. And at the same time, why would you bother, really?
That's a good point.
then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Oh, it's easy to play dead when people can't see your eyes. That's quite true. You could somehow look around as well.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Why pretend to be dead?
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
There were blood packets in the refrigerator.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Yup.
He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
Well, that provided us with evidence.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I guess it must be Hifumi then. Taka definitely didn't move himself. But why would Hifumi bring Taka there?
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
Yup. I went to check that door. It didn't open. And I just decided, oh well, I guess I can't do anything. Let's just leave that locked door and not wonder what's behind it.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
I wonder if Hifumi's motive is simply just liking Celeste. Because it was clear that Hifumi was interested in Celeste. He actually, like, Celeste was his quote-unquote master. Even served him, he was even serving tea for Celeste. You think that's the actual motive? I wonder if it's gonna be revealed later on.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense because that means he was prepared to die, knowing he won't be the one to graduate.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The note Hifumi had.
I got it! You're talking
hid
about the
it
note Hifumi
in his
had hidden away,
pants.
aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Because weirdly enough, only Kyoko is willing to investigate the bodies. Surely, that's one of the important things to investigate. Yet somehow only Kyoko is interested in investigating it.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Why does Sakura say it like that? Why? Yes. His pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
It's what Hiro was given. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said,
1 a.m.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
Yup.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro.
I just realized we didn't check the garbage room for this investigation, huh?
And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! Taka!
Hifumi's pants. The killer got in touch with pants.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
The ripped piece of paper. We have evidence.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi.
Right? I didn't even bother to decipher the name she gave. Thank you for that, Hina. Thank you, thank you. Even though you're an airhead, you do have your purpose.
Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. But still, I can't let her get to me. Let's try not to get this wrong. And sorry for bumping my mic.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person
I
it was
didn't
intended
see
for
a bullet that could
must
be
have been
used.
Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
6 a.m., I believe.
Oh,
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
nothing to do with TikTok. Yup. Then that means it's actually the wristwatch.
Then the person it was intended for must have been
Okay,
Huffy.
it's in the last...
What time did it? 6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter!
It does
The note has
actually.
nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, finally I get one on the first try after messing up the
There
others.
absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
Rec room.
The equipment room, right?
Oh wait, it's the equipment room. Oh,
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that.
No further objections!
Oh, she just gave up.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
That's actually, yeah, it's actually pretty dirty. Making use of the weaknesses now. Because they all want a way out, for sure. Then that guy just used that to his or her advantage.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
This is like this is where the motive comes in. Is it really just to protect Celeste?
Huh? He stole it?
Ripped piece of paper.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Taka's scrap of paper.
I got it!
Yup.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Wait. You're telling me he didn't bother to check that before presenting it? Imagine if it was a different piece of paper. Taka had this scrap of paper that was clearly ripped from a bigger sheet. If my calculations are correct, these two should... Wait. Why doesn't it match? Maybe more parts of the paper was ripped off. No, that won't work. Like, just imagine that. Wow. Makoto can really be dumb. At times.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip.
But he wasn't strong enough. Rigor mortis is something else.
Leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
I don't really know how rigor mortis works. All I know is that the body becomes really stiff.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Yeah, why is he an accomplice?
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Yeah?
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Come on, hero.
Sorry, no.
What are you even saying, brother? At least make it make sense.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
But he wasn't even dead. He actually was able to say a few words. That's what's weird. So the announcement plays even before they're dead. Just because he's surely dead.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus?
She's not trying to steal the spotlight. She's having an alibi. She's sharing her alibi with the rest of the people.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Is it because of her spiky hair that she's calling her a walrus? Walrus have like that horn, if I remember correctly.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Not the motive? No one's talking about Hifumi's motive still?
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file,
Blunt object. Hit by a blunt object.
the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Wait. Did I miss something? Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Rude.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
I don't know if the face, the expression right now matches the tone. Because he sounded pretty... What's the word for it? Cocky, I guess. He sounded pretty cocky saying that.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
It was 1. No, it was 2. It was 2, I think. No, 1. 1 was in the rec room, 2 was in the library, 3 was in the nurse's office, and 4 was with Taka.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
The weapon is something else.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Yup, not even a Justice Hammer.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi, actually. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth. Okay, here we go again. How many truth bullets are you giving me this time? 3. Spotless hammer, broken wristwatch, blue tarp. Has to be spotless hammer or one of the things here.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was,
Let me check this. Spotless hammer. So it was the one on the wall. Okay.
there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How
He
did
didn't.
nobody witness them carrying it?
Because he didn't move around.
5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
What?
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
It didn't have to be one of Justice Hammers. Wait.
The murder
Is that-
weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
That website has to be legit. Like, I don't think they would put that here without taking that domain. By legit, it's probably not an actual website, but it might be like just a fun thing, an Easter egg for people who actually visit the site. I need to check that out later.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Ooh.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Yup.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
As a basis, I really... couldn't they just have taken them and put a Justice hammer on them? That would be way easier.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Okay, now we talk about the motive, finally.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Yes. But this was probably definitely something Celeste had planned as well. She was going to use this to her advantage.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first, but... Okay. What truth bullet am I using this time? None, it seems. I'm gonna be using one of the statements.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming
Yes.
the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oh. Oh. If you kill the blackened... Yeah. They made it clear that you can only have one blackened. There can only be one blackened. But if you kill the blackened, then that changes things.
Based on the rules that have been...
Wait. What are my truth bullets? It's really none of those.
Only the one who actually carried
Yes.
out the act can... Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
Impossible.
that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was.
But that only really applies if, in this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah, I think we need to get two
Based on the
rules
rules
and
that
use
have been
it
laid out,
on
Even if more than one,
impossible.
only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true,
That is.
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Yeah.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's
Yeah. First try again. Nice.
Since there were 2 murders,
We're getting in the
it's at
we're getting
least
the hang of
plausible
it.
that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been 1 murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
Yup. They wouldn't need an accomplice.
Naturally, if only 1 person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Uh-huh.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Ooh, the money. The money.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Oh.
So in this case, there
Smart.
wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents.
Yeah.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Like I said, 1 blackened. So that means you can kill the current blackened and become the blackened yourself.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
Taking their skin.
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
That's actually really smart.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yup.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You know how? Survival of the fittest. If you cannot adapt, you will not survive. That's what she's been saying this whole time.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Not if you know that that accomplice worships you pretty much. The effort made to convince us the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Yeah, she's something, definitely. How is she that good at this? That's the real question. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could
Yeah.
be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Yup. We've been mentioning her even before the case started. She's been extremely sus.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Ah,
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
I wonder.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
She snaps to continue the act of hating him. But it all fits. It actually all fits. Even this description of hers solidifies it. Because then it would have to be like Hifumi following her completely, like an actual Hifumi being servant to Celeste, the master.
Pardonnez-moi.
Pardon-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Blaming hero.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Encountering. It's only this. Encountering a suspicious individual and blaming hero. I guess the blaming hero wouldn't only be them, because Hina was also
The
blaming hero.
behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Yup. We mentioned this before it started. Before the trial started. Celeste was the only one pointing us in different directions, because like, oh, I saw a shadow. Oh, I saw the robot. Oh no, I saw him.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Screw you, Byakuya. Really? Really? Then why don't you complete this case? Why don't you just finish the case from the start, huh? This guy really gets on my nerves. I really hope this is the guy that dies next. Please, game, do that for me.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You have no reason to apologize.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Yup, pretty much.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw his shadow up the stairs, at the top of the stairs. I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Yup.
We headed to the second floor specifically
Accurate
because
depiction.
of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
A practiced one. It was so convincing.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, this strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Oh, what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
I didn't know that was the plan. That's actually really smart. Then, why don't we split up into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well. And then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
And it makes perfect sense. Yeah. The case before this was more complicated. Just because Byakuya interfered. If Byakuya just really didn't do that, I actually don't know if I still would have gotten it. I probably wouldn't have guessed Mondo. Interesting.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Huh? Which one was this? Oh, when we came back to the body being gone, huh?
It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Yeah, that was when Celeste came to tell us that the body was gone.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's
wait.
office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Byakuya's not gonna tell us to shut up? The adults are talking? None of that from Byakuya now? None? Okay. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
The plot thickens.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
And she has nothing to say for herself anymore?
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Wait! Then that was...
Part of the act.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Uh-huh.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
You get caught red-handed, Celeste.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Ooh. Now she's just in denial.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Another slip-up we didn't catch. Which one was it?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Oh. Oh. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They. We're all going to die here. We're going to die. Just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
They.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Uh-huh.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Oh. 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 It wasn't the they. Those guys.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it
Come
means.
on. You already had a glimpse of a brain a while ago. Where did it go? Is it back asleep? Is it sleeping again?
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right? ...
Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Yeah, this is easy. Monokuma file number 3, Celeste's account. What is Celeste's account again? Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Hina left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they weren't gone. So it must be one of these again. All I said was
be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
those guys died.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When Celeste said what she did, she shouldn't have known yet. With that in mind, what's so strange about what she...
All I said was they must
Yep.
really be enjoying.
It's
the
not
sight of
those
us. They
guys.
must be- we are all
It's
going to- we are going to
so
die.
strange.
And that is all.
And that's all it
So
takes
I have to
What was so
take that.
strange about Celeste's comment?
Okay, now let's cycle through it again.
All I said they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive.
Oh,
We
yeah,
are all
yeah,
going
yeah,
to die
we are all
here.
going
We
to
are
die
going
here.
to die. Just like those.
Yup.
No, that's wrong. That's right.
No,
There's
that's
no
wrong.
reason Celeste should have said, just
We
like those
did
guys
it.
died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
And if she did, she should have told us.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How indeed?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Because she took part in the killings.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Oh, this is it. She's gonna snap. Let's go.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Wait, I thought this was actually Hero. Let's...
Have you so quickly forgotten. You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. This is why I think it was actually Hiro who they pictured. Took a photograph of him behind Hifumi, and he wasn't actually dragging Hifumi. It was just Hifumi being shocked by the suit.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Yup, as I said, he wasn't really being dragged away.
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Wow, just straight up claiming there's none. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi and the suspect had been drinking. Yeah, they were just drinking buddies, sharing a cup of tea. What? Drinking buddies, but they just drink tea. That's kind of cool though. Hifumi and the suspect are dancing. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. Yeah, Hifumi's dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yeah, to their drinking party. You know, their teapot was all set up. Their tea was getting cold.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Smart.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Hiro just had to say that, oh, I didn't make it, even if he actually made it, because that would also help the investigation.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing
Is this it? Is she finally snapping?
is utterly impossible.
Not yet?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then
shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Wow. She really is being aggressive this whole case, huh? Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Okay, now let's see what bullets we have now. Robo Justice costume. Robo Justice blueprints. Those seem to be the useful ones.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Nope, it's
Then
the costume.
fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Standing upright. No, you can't bend down.
Then you just draped me. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture,
If the person inside the suit, there's no way they could stand.
No, that's wrong.
Actually, it is a proven fact that
No.
you cannot bend
Even if
down.
the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It doesn't bend much. You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Yup. It's used as a defense. Or... Oh! It's happening! She's breaking. Her face. It's showing signs. She's gonna go crazy.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing.
Wait, so you're telling me it really wasn't Hiro who did that? Who did the design? What about that slip-up he made? That's rude. Regarding the design. Oh, maybe he did it with Hifumi. Maybe, yeah, it was Hifumi who actually did it and designed it, but he had a say in it because it was for him. That would make sense.
The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Here we go!
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Here it comes. Here it comes, guys. She's gonna flip. She's gonna lose it. With matching rotating screen. Let's see if it rotates all the way back. Oh, it does. Oh, the maniac laughter.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean,
Oh, there we go. Her true colors finally seen. It is now visible to the world.
Celeste?
She's lost it.
Clearly! You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Bruh. He was already proven to be an accomplice. What does this have to do with anything? Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Yeah, her voice is totally different now.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
She's flipped.
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
You're not helping, Hiro. There has to be a limit to this guy's antics. That's all I can call it at this point. What does he plan to achieve? Spouting all of this without any reason, honestly. He's just digging his own grave.
Your confusing statements don't make any
Yes!
sense.
See?
You're only making things
Exactly.
more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Yasuhiro is not guilty. I forgot the term for not guilty. Innocent, innocent, innocent.
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh boy.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Not for serious. Gave everyone nicknames. I believe that's referring to... What was it? Genocide Jack. So he said people's last names. It would make sense.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Right. That is true.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
It's over. It's over, Celeste. Just give up.
Indecent?
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Nice.
Random chance.
I like that.
Now,
I
isn't
like that.
a
I like that
convenient
interaction.
explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
True.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no.
Oh.
There's one person it could apply to.
Are you telling me Celeste's name is actually Yasuhiro? What?
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What?
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Whether to laugh or spit? What?
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Now you are. You're definitely a loser now.
Well, do I?
Yes, you look like a loser now.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
No, you don't
Okay,
have to be
then
on
fill
edge.
us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open
Wow.
and listen up!
Wow, she's just screaming at us.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celestia Ludenberg. Celeste still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. E-handbook? E-handbook maybe? It's the only thing that would make sense now.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Uh-huh.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Let's just take that
There's
just
one
in case.
person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How
Uh-huh.
many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
Oh, it's just flipped.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
It's
And
the
since
truth.
you have no way to contradict me, that's
Okay.
the only truth there is.
It's definitely the e-handbook there. It's definitely the e-handbook there.
He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
No way to prove. Oh,
Celestia Ludenberg.
How long do
there
you plan to go on?
actually
I'm not
is.
pretending. And since you have no way to contradict,
There actually is, Celeste. I'm sorry.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Uh-huh. Time to show us your handbook, Celeste. You have to. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Yup.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
That's her argument now. Invasion of privacy. Bro, this is an investigation. Just you refusing to cooperate already makes you even more sus. It's over, Celeste. Turn yourself in.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Oh, wow. I never knew someone could say because with so much spirit.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it.
Oh, here we go.
Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
It's gonna be the comic,
And
huh?
that'll bring everything to an end.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Okay, Hifumi meets with Celeste. Maybe this? Act 2. They meet with Hero. So this is probably the note. No, it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. they meet with Hero. They knock Hifumi. They knock him out. They knock Yasuhiro out. Maybe that. There's nothing else that could show Hero being knocked out. So that. Now Hifumi has to carry Hero in the suit. Yup, and he's taken a picture of. But now it's 6 a.m. Because it's Taka's death. His watch was still fixed here. And yup, he's hit with Justice Hammer 4. Justice Hammer 4. It's 4, yes. Act 4. Using the camera that Makoto had... Oh, no. Act 4 is when we were in the investigation already. So Celeste showed us the picture and we were like, oh no. Oh no. Hifumi was being dragged away by Robo Justice. Oh, this one's wrong. This one's the camera. Where is it? There we go. Okay, Robo Justice. Now, this one is the one where Hifumi's on the floor. Yup. He was already in pain from being hit by a hammer. There's no other Hifumi pick, so yeah, I think that one. Justice Hammer 2? It could be Justice Hammer 2. Let's try that first. Okay, Act 5, Nurse's Office. Hifumi puts blood on his head. Scatters blood all around. Then he plays dead with Justice Hammer 3 on the floor. Now we discover both bodies at the same time somehow. Then Hifumi goes up to Taka, moves his lifeless body, places him in the... Which one is this? Is this him? Oh no, it's this one. Yep, he's pushing the dolly, is it called? He's pushing that thing that was used to transport Taka's body. And now They're celebrating, yeah, like, yeah, I did a good thing for my master. Oh, but no. I am the true blackened. I'm sorry, Hifumi. You were just used. Now, where is this? Where is this picture found? I think this is right.
The killer is
This looks
you!
good already.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
Okay, here we
And
go.
that person was Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Why did they have to make Hifumi look so weird in the comic?
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
That someone they met with was Hiro.
And he was put to
The
sleep.
murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him,
Yup.
while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
The camera just looks so cute.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
Uh-huh.
They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
The other hammers that were used were only on Celeste and Hifumi, so it was easy to set up.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect.
Mm-hmm.
The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story.
Injured.
With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office.
Yeah, because that was a smart idea.
This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator.
This just looks like a
from Justice Hammer
transformation
3,
scene. You haven't seen my final form just yet. He's summoning his stand. Zawaldo.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
thinking about it, like, there's so many ways this could have gone wrong. Like, imagine when someone screamed. What if someone just immediately ran? Then the timing would be... Oh no, that wouldn't work because you have to be 3 people to find the body, huh? But yeah, imagine only 2 people went to look for Taka. I guess that's what Celeste is there for. To bring a 3rd person, huh?
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Now that I think about it,
body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
was Hifumi's motive actually discussed? It still wasn't really, huh? They just said that, oh, it's 2 murders. So, because it's 2 murders, it's possible that 2 people were involved, blah blah blah. They didn't really say why Hifumi wanted to do the murder in the first place. It's probably, hopefully, revealed later on.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know
That
what the
victory
true killer
dance.
had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
That would be funny. Because swinging that hammer, that mallet, isn't easy. Especially if it's probably really heavy. Imagine if they just miss and they don't deal a killing blow. What's this background? What? That just looked like they were going to kiss. What? What is this?
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
What? But yeah, this is definitely the best part of the playthrough. Of the cases. Best part of the cases. The end comic scene where everything is recapped. It just gets better and better. I wonder how the next case is gonna top this one. Complete.
I lost? I lost?
Are you gonna say it again?
When
I
was
lost?
the last time
Oh, she
I was
didn't.
forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private
Private instructor, what?
I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
Oh, she's giving in. She's finally giving in.
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko is her name. Ah, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Keiko?
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Fair, fair. Yeah, my score is probably really bad. The start was bad, right? A. A, B, B. Missteps 40, perfect. Which one was the... Wasn't it? Wasn't it this one? That's a B? That's actually a B? Wait, I lose 36 points and that's still a B. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, if they want to give me this many... Oh, 116. I'll take it. We're only missing a few of the prizes. So, yeah, I'm hoping we get the last ones using this.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Wow, she actually really just accepts it, huh?
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
Who will become the blackened? Ooh.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Vibrating Monokuma. Celeste. Guilty. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestial Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. Okay, finally we're talking about it. I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use... You know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I stole alter ego.
Indeed.
I used her in quotation marks, cause it's actually a he. But to be more accurate, it's actually an it. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right? Again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it had disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? He was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me,
Please, forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
as for me,
As for me, he came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say he abused me. Straight up lying to Hifumi's face. This is some psychological and emotional manipulation right here.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
What would he even take the pictures with? That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him.
I'm going to... I can kill him.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape?
You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself.
That
This is
bastard.
unforgivable! Completely unforgivable!
Bastard.
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
I have to save her.
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens, by coincidence, that, I definitely did not intend to take the kill and be the blackened and graduate. I just, let's kill him. I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. Okay, that makes more sense than we're gonna kill him. And with that, it is complete.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. I did not say that in the right accent, but
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah,
It was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So in the end, he actually just manipulated. It was actually all because Hifumi was quote-unquote in love. But I was wrong. I thought it was for Celeste, but it was actually for the laptop. For Alter Ego. So, why do you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
Does it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
That is simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
And he really believed that?
Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But, of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you think things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that is not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
All along, you've been saying how we've had to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Wow!
Watch your mouth, miss.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
Ow. Watch your mouth, girl. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you wanna know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing,
As for me,
and it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Wow, she was willing to kill to live in a European castle. A castle? And together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Sounds like a VTuber paradise. They could all be VTubers, man. They'd have all their lore. They could be a VTuber group even. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. I don't think so, Miss Celestia Ludenberg. Or should I say, Takai Yasuhiro? Combined with my own winnings, Monokoma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dreams has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That is a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be? How can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That is right. I do not fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice,
Isn't
then
it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kill!
Okay, I will not forget. I need to turn my music up for the sake of the stream. I hope it's not too loud. We're gonna get there soon. You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
I prepared a very special punishment!
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Here we go.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Wait. Wait, her accent is gone. I was doing the accent now for no reason.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't ever say I saw it that way, which is why... what? She probably did something to the laptop, huh?
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
In another life. Here we go. Wonder what her death is gonna be like. Oh, it's a guillotine. She's gonna get executed, huh? The burning of the Versailles switch. Fitting of someone who wants to live in a European castle? What? I was about to say... No, I'll wait for it to end. Wow. I was about to say... Wow. Being burned to death is quite... a normal way to die compared to the rest of them. But then... out comes the fire truck that just rams into her. That was something. But I was kinda expecting more. I feel like they could have done so much more with her being an ultimate gambler and all. Stay hydrated. But yeah. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point, I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash. I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is. But that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey, hey!
Oh, what's the deal with that?
Wah?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting!
Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on and enjoy your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later!
Screw you, Monokuma. I won't get tired of saying that. Get out of my face. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. What happened to Kyoko though? As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. He gave in easily, but he did make a point. It's gonna just draw more attention. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Haha, does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. That's what she's thinking now, what? I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah. I wanna
So
see.
then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key that Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please, wait just a while longer. So now, we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Oh, Makoto, showing some backbone, huh? Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
You.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. We're dropping the cheesy lines, huh? I understand. Ooh! It's working! It's working! We're in, boys. We're in.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. What is this? We're breaking the rules.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? This is not good. This is not good. Not good, not good, not good. Something's gonna happen to us for sure. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? Just one thing to look at. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, at the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Oh. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Let's look at the desk first. It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. There's a bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, One file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and I turned my attention to it. You must not leave. What's this? You must not leave? That's kind of weird. I couldn't understand if it said like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words. You must not leave? I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh. A strange sound rung out through my head. That was actually kinda scary, what the... It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then... darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ow. Apparently, something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. It's all gone. Makoto, our lead. You led them to it. An empty bookshelf. Makoto, why did you have to do this? This was our only lead. We had something going on for us. But you had to go and look at it and confirm it with my own eyes. Now it's all gone. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all... gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. My body was heavy with pain. My mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow, I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. That's not good. And after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. What is this night? What's happening? The lore dump is real. Who was that guy? It was faint but undeniable. That sound? It's coming from... the gym? I thought you were about to pass out. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Makoto, you're crazy. You're doing this all alone, knowing you could just die. Gagunk, bagya. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? There's probably no point looking at other things. Yep, all that matters now is the gym. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. What are these? Onomatopoeia. Kacha. Bakyu. Hagagya. Hiya. Paching. Wait, what? Before me, there raged a battle royale beyond anything humanly possible. No one, besides not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. Forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, what is happening? What is this? What am I watching?
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal? Yeah, this night is definitely a lore dump.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision.
Decision to what?
I'm going to resist you.
And why does she look like a robot?
Okay.
Okay?
But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
Oh. Monokuma sucks. He has too much leverage. What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be? The mastermind spy is... It's actually Sakura. 7 left alive? Wow. That's crazy. You received the Super Robo Justice present. Do you want to save data? Yes. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Actually, let's get past this. Let's just get past this portion. I don't want to log back into this dead body. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Ifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Ifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. Yup, that's it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. We reached the last save slot. Guess we're gonna have to overwrite saves now. But yep, thank you for watching. That case was a ride. Yeah, we kind of had the clue at the start. So compared to the second case, it didn't have a really annoying turn. A turn that we couldn't have expected. But this case made a lot of sense, and it was a cool case because it showed us it was really well planned out. And the way it was all done. Yeah. That was something. I'm gonna be playing this more on Wednesday. Friday, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm thinking of playing another game soon. Because I do want to add variety in this channel. So far, I've only played 3 games. I want to play something else too. So maybe Friday might be another game. We might be starting a new game. And that new game might be... The name of the game is... I can't remember it. Wait. Remnant. There we go. We might be playing Remnant on Friday. Yeah. But that's it for me. Thank you for watching and happy Halloween. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Bye-bye.